So I took the early shuttle into the main canyon, and there's those grove of cottonwoods that I really liked yesterday. Really mature cottonwoods, all kinds of fallen trees and branches on the ground. Some really nice canopies, really good color. And I'm pretty sure I could find a composition there. But the question is if the weather is going to let me. Because there are some high clouds up there. You probably can't see too much there, but there's some high clouds up there which will kind of kill the reflected light just a little bit. And tomorrow is supposed to be overcast. So I'll say I'm not really fully expecting to be able to find a photo and expose some film today, but if it happens, it happens. But either way, it'll be great getting out there and trying to put a composition on some of those trees. Now tomorrow, it's supposed to be overcast, and that will make it really difficult to photograph. I could maybe shoot some stuff on the ground, but it's those blue skies and the light bouncing around that really gives that magical glow to some of those shots here in Zion. But now I'm gonna head over to this grove and see what we find. Well, the good news is it's pretty windy, which means I don't have to worry about taking any pictures for a while. And also, it'll be a while till there's some good light, but this is the grove I was talking about. You have so many great elements here. You have these fallen branches on the ground that kind of crisscross every direction. You have the fallen leaves, the grasses, the flowers, and then these nice mature cottonwood trees. And I'm convinced that somewhere in this grove, there's a nice clean composition that kind of tells a story of the area. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put my pack down, wander around, and see if I can find some way of making sense of all this madness. So it took a little while, but I found a composition I kind of like. It's a vertical composition, and I have these branches right here in the foreground. In the background is that stand of trees with a really nice fall color. And I don't typically do vertical, I prefer horizontal because it has kind of a nice calm feeling to it. But in this case, I'm trying to avoid this large trunk from this cottonwood because I don't think it really adds anything to the photo. I think it distracts from all the other elements. And I think by seeing all these branches on the ground here, you kind of know that there is a big trunk nearby, so it kind of tells a little bit more of that story of this tree that's kind of lost a lot of its branches as it's kind of reached maturity. What I really like is that sort of the diagonal emphasis of some of these foreground branches really matches nicely with the background. So I set up with my normal 300mm lens, a little bit of front tilt just to make sure that the foreground and background are in focus. The only thing though is that I don't know if I'm gonna have good conditions to shoot this photo today. I need to have blue sky, I need to have no wind, basically the conditions I had yesterday. But it's definitely good to put a composition. I'm gonna wait around, I don't have anything else to do, but if there is a break in these clouds and I get some nice calm conditions with some reflected light, I'll go ahead and make the exposure. But otherwise, this is good for me to know to come back here when the conditions are right, which is gonna be in a couple days. And hopefully the leaves will be somewhat similar then. I also did find another composition a little further down the trail that I really liked. It's a single tree, just really nice looking well-formed tree, some cottonwoods in the background. And that one I would need to have the same conditions, just blue sky, calm wind. And if I get those conditions today, I might be able to shoot them, but otherwise, might just be something to make note of for when the conditions are right. But I'm gonna hang around, I don't have anything else to do. Just gonna relax here and enjoy the sounds of the cottonwood leaves rustling in the wind. Pretty windy, the skies are getting pretty overcast, and took this as an opportunity to just kind of lay down, stretch out my legs, kind of relax a little bit. And this is pretty nice, I gotta say. I mean, the past several days I've just been scrambling around all day long, and it takes a toll at a certain point, so it's nice to be able to just take some time to relax and take a break. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take a photo today. I mean, unless the conditions are right, there's no real point. Because if the leaves are moving, it's not going to be good, and the overcast gives really flat lighting, which isn't really good. So, just gives me an excuse to kind of relax and hang out and enjoy the sound of the cottonwoods. But we'll see what happens. There could be a break in this. It could be calm, could get some sunny skies, so I don't have anything else to do, but tomorrow's gonna be overcast pretty much all day, so I think I'll take that as an opportunity to kind of scout around on the east side. But this is pretty nice, I gotta say. So I stuck with that location for quite a while, but when the wind finally settled down and the clouds kind of opened up a little bit, the sun had shifted and it just wasn't really ideal lighting for that situation anymore. But I tried a wide angle, tried a normal lens, and I found some compositions that would work, but just not for today. But this was my backup plan. So I found this really beautiful tree right here, just kind of right along the path, and I composed a vertical photo. I already made 2 exposures, and I'm gonna wait and see if we get some reflected light, because right now it's still a little overcast, which is fine, it's a soft light, but when I walked past this yesterday, it was like glowing because there was like reflected light that was backlighting it, which was really, really beautiful. So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna see what happens as far as the lighting, but at least I'm glad I was able to expose a sheet of film today because it's calm now, which is great. But I do see some blue sky. I'll probably be a little blown out, but there's some blue sky up there, as well as some more clouds. And if I can get a little less of these clouds, a little more blue sky, I can get a glow going on, which would be pretty cool. One of the difficult things when doing the video journals when shooting film is that I don't really know how the photo turned out. I mean, I think the tree photo I shot today was pretty decent, but I'm just kind of guessing on that. I know it wasn't the best possible light. I think if I had good reflected light to kind of backlight that scene a little bit with a nice soft glow, I think it would have been even better. But you know, maybe the slightly overcast lighting I had was actually the better choice, but I won't really know until I get the film back from the lab. So it makes it a little difficult to kind of tell the story from the day if I don't quite know what the story was really. But I will say that I did enjoy my nap. That was good. And now I'm just kind of here on the east side, just relaxing, kind of wandering through some washes. And I've been through a lot of these side canyons, but I haven't been through all of them. And this is actually one I haven't been through before. So tomorrow is supposed to be mostly overcast, which means I'm probably not going to head down into the main canyon unless there's some sort of change in the weather where it does look like it would actually be clear skies. But I think what I'm going to do is just kind of leave the big camera behind, come back over here to the east side and spend some time just checking out some more of these side canyons. There's one canyon in particular I have not been into that I've been actually wanting to go to for like 3 years now. So I think this would give me a good opportunity to do that and kind of take it easy a little bit, find some time just to kind of relax, because I don't really want to push myself too hard, because once we get some good weather again, I want to be focusing on getting some photos. But I'm just going to keep wandering around here on the east side, and this is probably all the videos from today, so see you in the morning. If you enjoy this ad-free content and want to help me live my dream, a voluntary contribution of just $24 a year helps keep my gas tank full and my film freezer stocked. For more information on how to support me and my work, please visit the donation section of my website at benhorn.com/donate. I also have prints and my 2017 portfolio box set available on my website. You can find a direct link down below in the show notes. Thanks in advance for your support.